All right, I'm going to try to keep this short. This was one of the strangest days I've ever seen in the market, and that's saying a lot. Keep in mind, it's one of the strangest days. But let me start. Well, there's the SPY. It's kind of a narrow range day, but let me start by pointing out an after hours. Oracle reported, closed at 241.51. Let's look at after hours real quick. You can see what it did. Fell down to 225 and then absolutely ripped. It's 306.50-ish right now. And that could absolutely lift the market, tech stocks, all of that stuff. So that's a good sign for tomorrow. But if you've ever been in a casino and you hear all the slot machines dinging and all the bells going off, my trading platform makes a sound when something halts. And I felt like I was in a casino because it just kept making that ding. There were so many halts today, so many insane moves. I'm not even going to go into them here because it was just some stupid moves. I will say, if you think you had a bad day, imagine somebody, who was shorting. I'll just use, this is the only one I'll show, QMMM. Right? It actually did that. Let's see, a couple days ago it was like $8. But I think you'll see some GoFundMe videos, people begging for GoFundMe money because their broker gave them a call today, right? Imagine saying, anywhere in here, okay, QMM's getting stupid, right? Or even just anywhere in here when it gapped down, that probably right there, it probably sucked in some shorts, and that was in the 20s, right? And it ended up going to 303. So some shorts, and I'm not reveling in that. I hate to see anybody lose money, but some shorts absolutely ended their career today. I guarantee you, right? Because at some point you start saying, well, I can't lose this much. Let me double down, or in the case of shorting, doubling up. And at some point, when you're a long trader and you buy stocks, they can only go to zero. When you short something at $20 and it goes to 300, that's career ending, and you actually end up owing your broker too. So anyway, that said, let me go into what I'm watching for tomorrow. I want to pop this up real quick. We got new faces in chat, so please read that. This is basically the gist of it. I'm a day trader. I look for stocks that are in play. By the way, I am not putting QMMM on the watch list tomorrow. So let's go into what we're watching tomorrow. CIFR broke out to new recent highs. It certainly could continue. Trying to break out here. They actually had a nice sounding headline. LCFY, kind of a sleeper pick, right? Very interesting over the $7 line here. It popped here, and it's working its way back up. But volume has really dropped off, so I can't say I'm in love with it. LUMN, let's go out to the 1 year daily, maybe get a better look at some of these. So LUMN, nice volume and kind of breaking out to new recent highs. Could have a follow-through day tomorrow. IREN, topped at 30.50. It actually went a little bit higher, I think, because of the Oracle thing. But also an extremely strong stock. It's extended, right? It's way up here, and the moving averages are down here. So we got to make sure we get an A+ setup if we're going to trade it. Another sleeper pick, HYPD. Had big volume back here, but then it went into straight what I call sidewaysness. I know it's not a word, but it is trying to break. See that horizontal line there from this high back here? It is trying to break above that. Again, thin stock, traded 1.7 million today. But it's one of my sleeper picks. PTNM, big volume today, closing well off the highs, but I'm going to watch it. VERI, nice breakout today, big volume, could follow through. CIGL had a really nice pop the last couple days, and then today kind of a quiet inside day. There's no chart set up there, but if we get, say, a narrow range for a good chunk of the morning, and then we break to the upside, we might have a stacked catalyst scenario based on the chart, I mean, right? NBIS had that news yesterday, a huge gap up, and maybe Oracle gets that going further too. So it ended up having a nice rebound from the lows of the day. NAKA, not a pretty daily chart, but nice volume today and a pretty strong close. ASST had news in after hours and went to 879. As I'm talking to you, it's trading about 770. So merger news, or the merger was approved. I don't know what that's going to do to it tomorrow, but it certainly got a big pop in after hours, so it goes on watch. DUO, just an in-play stock. I'll zoom in so you can see this one a little better. Had a really nice run. We did get a sizable gap down today, though, so I don't love it as a bounce play, Maybe one more red day getting down below the 8-day, and then I'll really like it. But I am going to kind of watch it tomorrow because it's certainly in play. NBY had this massive move, and now we got 3 days lower into that zone between the 8 and the 20. That goes on bounce watch for sure tomorrow. Same with American Eagle, a little bit different chart. Had the big gap up and a few days lower on declining volume. That one goes on bounce watch. And then DLTH also had earnings right here. Secondary pop and now 3 days lower. That one goes on bounce watch. That's it for me. I'll see you guys in chat and we'll add some gappers to this list in the pre-market. Have a good night.